DOAS equipment and what we offer. So obviously talked about everything strategically for a reason. A lot of it applies to this equipment, specifically the applications served, the high percentages of outside air. But we actually have 5 cabinet sizes right now. As Chris mentioned earlier, it's our RV, RVE, and RVC product line. Goes anywhere from 500 up to 18,000 CFM, anywhere from 3 to 70 tons of cooling. And then you can get energy recovery. So on the bottom right there, you see all the energy recovery options. The RVE is with our enthalpy wheel, and that's going to be polymer or aluminum wheels. RVC is going to be polymer or fiber enthalpy core. So everything is a total enthalpy device, wheels and cores. As far as heating options go, we do have indirect gas. We can do SCR controlled electric heat, hot water coils, and then the air source heat pump currently goes from 5 to 30 tons. So not the full product breadth, but as we get to this electrification movement and we get the refrigerant transitioned over, you will start to see some expanded tonnage ranges there as well. Cooling options besides the air source heat pump, package DX, and chill water coil. As far as construction goes, this is really where you start to see some differentiation between your traditional rooftop equipment and then a true high percentage outside air unit. Coating, want to make sure that this unit lasts as long as possible. Our coating is a standard kind of pre-painted panel. We call it a permatector. It's this concrete gray color, but it carries a standard 2,500 hour salt spray rating. And then insulation is really the biggest piece here. So we're double wall construction, and then we have 2-inch R13 injected foam insulation. So it's not foam board, it's actually injected foam that improves the rigidity and the sound deadening of that material as well as increasing the thermal resistance with that R13 value. So we standardize that on all the walls, the ceiling, and the base. So beyond the thermal resistance, you get some really nice protection from sound related to the components inside. So simplifying installation. So one thing we like to make sure that we have high quality components, they work well, but we also want this to be easy to install. So a couple ways that we do that. One is horizontal discharge and return configuration options. This removes the need for the plenum curb. So whether you have side supply and return, you might have some end return options. This gives you the benefit to pad mount it or keep a low profile design and eliminate the need for a plenum curb with a potential service platform, but still get the benefits of the horizontal connections. The other thing that we just started to introduce, it shouldn't say coming soon because it is here now, is the QR codes. So when you get out on site, these units will have a QR code. That is a direct link to all the manuals, all the frequently asked questions that our service team gets, startup documents and startup videos, so that whoever's starting up this equipment, they have direct access to all of the information that we put out there. There will also be a direct line to text service from Greenheck as well. So if they cover all the documents, they want to try to do it themselves, great. If not, we have a group of dedicated people that are willing to help you out as well. Sound. So I mentioned 50% of our equipment about goes to education. So obviously when we have schools and neighboring residences next to playgrounds, whatever it may be, sound's usually an issue. And so we standardize on some components like the low sound condenser fan. So that is a standard condenser fan. You don't need an acoustical package of any sorts. And we include a lead condenser fan, ECM, as standard as well. So that really reduces, especially at part low condition, your overall sound. And then internal, anything above 7 tons where we get to some larger equipment, we have the compressors always mounted on an elevated shelf in that insulated cabinet. And again, that includes that standard base insulation. So even if the compressors are mounted on the base, it's an inverter scroll compressor and it's insulated on that base, so you don't have any noise radiating through that base, through the ceiling into that space.